All right, let's dive into one of the most talked about, most debated prophecies out there, the mark of the beast.
Really, it all boils down to one huge question that causes a lot of anxiety. Could you take it by accident? I mean, with technology moving at the speed of light, it's a real fear, right? Could you just stumble into something with permanent consequences?
And that's where this ancient prophecy crashes right into our modern world. So, we're going to break it all down and look at what the source material actually has to say.
Okay, first up, let's just acknowledge the elephant in the room. This whole topic is a hotbed of modern fear. I mean, you hop online and the speculation is just everywhere. Everyone's trying to connect the dots.
One of the big theories you hear all the time, an implanted microchip. Some tiny little thing under your skin that holds all your money, all your personal data, your entire life on a chip.
And then, of course, there's the whole idea of a forced vaccination. After everything we've seen globally in recent years, it's really no surprise that this theory has absolutely exploded online.
And if you want to get really futuristic, some people speculate that it might be something like a genetic modification or something tied to AI that literally changes what it means to be human.
But all of these are modern ideas, right? There are attempts to make sense of it. So what happens if we strip all that away for a second and just go right back to the original text? Let's decode what it actually says. Okay, so here it is, straight from Revelation chapter 13. A couple of things just jump right out. First, it's for everybody, great and small, rich and poor, no exceptions. And second, it is all about controlling the economy, your ability to buy and sell anything.
So, if we boil that passage down, the text gives us a pretty clear definition. The mark of the beast is 1. Mandatory for all commerce. 2. It's in a specific spot, the right hand or the forehead. And 3. It's directly tied to the name or the number, 666, of a figure called the beast.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. According to the source, the mark doesn't just show up one day out of the blue. Nope. It's actually the grand finale in a whole sequence of massive, world-altering events. Think of it like a prophetic checklist.
And this checklist is pretty dramatic. First, an Antichrist figure rises to global power. Then, the entire world starts to worship him. You've got a false prophet performing actual miracles, an image of the beast that speaks, and then a death sentence for anyone who doesn't go along with it. It's only after all of that happens that the mark is even introduced.
So the crucial point here is that the context for this isn't subtle at all. The source describes this huge global drama playing out on the world stage, something that will be completely, absolutely impossible to miss or mistake for something else.
And this brings us right back to our big question. If all of that stuff is happening, what does it mean to actually accept the mark? Is it really something you could do by mistake?
And this is really the heart of the argument. It's not about being accidental, it's about it being deliberate. The source paints a picture where taking the mark is a fully conscious choice. It's not a mistake. It's an act of worship and allegiance with crystal clear consequences.
This quote from the source material really sums it all up. The argument is that everything will be so obvious, who this figure is, what the mark means, that nobody can take it by accident. It will be a choice.
So after looking at our modern fears, the source text, and that whole sequence of events, what's the bottom line here?
Let's put it all together. First, according to this text, the mark isn't some piece of technology we have today. Second, it only appears after a series of unmistakable global events. And third, this is the big one, accepting it is a conscious act of allegiance. So, the conclusion from this reading is clear. It's impossible to take it unknowingly. And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. The source material seems pretty confident that this future choice will be clear and deliberate. So it kind of prompts the question, what are the clear and deliberate choices that we face right now, today?